Hello trader, welcome to our channel once again. So in this video guys, we're going to dive into the market and to do some market analysis to see what the week hold for us. All right, so if you are new here, the concept that we're using to analyze the market is very simple. So it's better I introduce the concept to you so you know what actually we are looking for. Whenever we say we are looking for an opportunity. Now, the concept establishes that wherever there is a move in the market, there will be a corresponding correction, and after which the next move comes. So that means that for every impulse, there is a corresponding impulse after a correction is completed. So what we are focusing in every market analysis is to make sure that we'll be able to identify this first impulse and wait for this correction to complete, then trade the second impulse. So this is the concept in summary, and we are going to use this concept to do some market analysis for the week and see what the week hold for us. Is there an opportunity for us? Which trade can we take based on this concept? And you see, this concept is actually a summary of the mass psychology of the market, because every human being has a pattern. And if you check your routine every day and every week, you will see some conferences, you see some patterns that you keep repeating. So the same thing applies in the market. Irrespective of the time frame you are trading, irrespective of the instrument you are trading, your job is to first identify the first impulse, wait for a correction to complete, and trade the next impulse. Now, the bigger question most traders might have is that, what are the corrective structure? If you have not seen some of our videos with explain some corrective structure, you can check in our channel. But we are looking for regular flat, we are looking for expanding flat, we are looking for running flat, we are looking for contracting flat, and stuff like that. We're also looking for triangle in the rare cases whereby this has to show himself. So, but I believe you can check some of the videos before to see where we explain this in details. Okay, we'll leave the link below this video. All right, so having established this, let's dive into the market proper as we do some analysis and see where the market is going for the week. Now, we are using the 4 hours chart. All right, so this is gold. So looking at gold here, what have we seen? Now, the gold has actually given us an impulse, correction impulse. So obviously we'll be expecting this to complete here, and before we see one more impulse, is what we'll be expecting in gold. Now, if you take a look on this now, you see actually that for this move to play out, we actually caught this early, because the time this completed this tree wave, we saw this coming, that okay, an impulse, a tree wave, and definitely the market will go to break out this resistance. Okay, and actually that's what happened. So at this point in time, if you go to a lower time frame, what we'll be looking at for a bigger bias for the week, there might be a buy, because today is Monday. So but in the lower time frame, we'll be expecting this to give us a 3-wave move, then one more drop before giving us that potential buy setup. So but for scalpers, this might be their trade for the day or for the week, for the day kind of, because we're expecting one more drop that will break this low before the buy setup will play out. Okay, so that is what we have for gold this week. So we've been interested only for a buy when this condition is met. Okay, so that is for us. Now, if you take a look on the Bitcoin, we're expecting the market to complete this wave. Obviously, on Friday, or I think it was Saturday or Friday, we caught this beautifully. Okay, we caught this move that plays out here so beautifully. Okay, if I should play it, let me see if I can get it here. I think I was able to publish that. This is where the market was on Friday. So, and we saw this potential buy setup, and we expected the market to actually give us this move. So if I should play it for you, then see what actually happened, after which you can see the market went exactly where we forecasted it. Okay, now in the real market, there is nothing like this week down. This week down didn't play out in the real market. Maybe it's because of this broker that's publishing this chart here. There was no week down. Our position went in smoothly, and we enjoyed this trade beautifully. Now, if you want to join our community, and if you want to be part of our group, our community, okay, we'll be glad to welcome you, because now we are doing one-on-one mentorship and also helping traders to grow confidently and to see the develop the right perspective of the market space. All right, so now what does the market hold? What are we expecting? Now at this point in time, we start seeing that the market is moving in this kind of ascending channel. So what do you expect? Definitely there will be a sharp sell. Obviously, we expected this sharp sell to start here, but actually it didn't start. So we expected this sharp sell to start here, but now you can see the market keep breaking the high, keep breaking the high, keep breaking the high. So, but now our view now is to buy, is to position ourselves for a buy, but for the meantime, there will be a sharp sell. Okay, this sharp sell might come. Okay, because what we are looking at is there's impulse here, there's a correction here, there's an impulse here. So all this that is happening is part of this correction, and after which the next impulse will come. So this impulse might take a time, okay, before it completes this wave. So we're expecting a sharp sell, just like this previous one. Maybe it might break this low to give us kind of an expanding flag before the market keep pushing high. So if you are a scalper or a day trader, position yourself for the next. If you see a sell setup for today, you can take that sell setup to drop at this point, and from here start being careful, because potentially there might be a buy setup that will take the market to the moon. Because if you take a look on what the Bitcoin has done in the past, now obviously we've seen from the daily chart that the market has actually given us a complete tree wave. We have seen a correction. This is a complete tree wave, guys. Okay, so anything can happen at this time. The market can decide to, after this, breaking the all-time high and keep pushing. All right, breaking the all-time high and keep pushing. So that's why I need to be very careful in selling at this point, because that's what we expect in a long term, that Bitcoin will can decide what it got to do. But the bigger picture is on the buy, not on USD. So what are we expecting? There are two scenarios on this. Either the market decides to keep pushing high here, comes up here before it drops, or there will be a sharp drop here after this corrective, because the way it's moving here is corrective. Okay, so we may expect the market dropping one more, giving us another push up before it drops, because this move gotta be corrected. We have an impulse, correction, impulse, correction, impulse. So the market gonna correct this move before giving us, the next bigger move. So at this point, we'll be expecting we are waiting for a sell setup. Okay, we are waiting for a sell setup when it's completed, but at this moment it's not completed. There must still be one more push up before the market starts dropping. So for scalpers, you know how to position yourself, but for swing traders, you just wait for that sell setup, because that sell setup, once it starts playing out, might take like 2 to 3 days before it completes. Okay, so now we are taking a look on the Euro Aussie. We caught this move beautifully at this point. We position ourselves at this point for a buy, and that's what the market has been giving us, because we saw this coming before now. That's okay. The market has given us this move, and we have an impulse. We have a sharp move down, corrective move up, down. So this kind of a running flat. So even though there's a lot of confluences that help us to identify this move, we actually entered here, and when it was dropping, it's not going anywhere. We put our stop loss at this next move. It was just few people left for us to be stopped out, and this help us to understand the power of patience and for us to believe in your analysis, because our analysis has been proven over years to be profitable. So all we need to do once it's executed, just believe in what you've done and wait for the market to play out. Okay, allow the market to do what it got to do, because at the end of it all, you see it happening as you have forecasted. So at this point in time, now even though the market might still be going up, so we're expecting the market to give us one more sharp drop before the market keep pushing high. So this is what we're expecting at this point. So let the market give us this drop, then you can find your buy setup at this point, then keep pushing high again. All right, so for pound USD, so the same thing applies here. The market has actually breaking this structure here, for SMC guys. All right, so but now for wave trader, what does this indicate? That okay, it might be a beginning of a downtrend, but it's not confirmed yet. So it depends on how this market pushes high here. So but we are expecting the market to give us this corrective move, impulse, correction, impulse, then at this point in time, then we'll look for a sell setup. So obviously there will be a sell setup that will play out on the pound USD this week. Okay, so we are waiting for it, but at this moment we are not seeing it completed. So always wait for your structure to play out before jumping in the market. The pound yen. Now the pound yen is something that we actually forecasted. Okay, so if I should show you, we forecasted it already, like I was on Sunday yesterday, and we're already in the trade. So if I should show you my idea here, pound yen. Okay, so let me show you what I saw before we jump in the trade. Now this is how it looks like before we actually hopped into the trade. So we believe that the market is going to drop from this point. So if I should play it, I see what actually is happening. Now you can see the market is dropping as we expected. Now at this close of break of this low, we actually took some profit out, okay, and we're expecting the market, but there's still room for more drop because it hasn't gotten to that point. But market got to do what it got to do. So at this point, there's just a slight pullback and the market is dropping. So the reason for the sell is very simple. Okay, the reason for the sell is to have an impulse down, and all this we are categorized to be a correction, and we're expecting next impulse down before the market can start pushing high. So once this last phase drop is completed, expect this move to play out this way for the next move. So today we are still on the sell, and that sell might take us to tomorrow for it to be completed on the pound yen. Euro New Zealand. Okay, so here also we have not seen any potential setup, okay, because the market hasn't given us a confirmation of based on our strategy. Now for scalpers, it might be thinking on the 4 hours there is no clear setup, even though the market is bullish. So but at this point, what we should be expecting the market to do is we have seen an impulse, correction, impulse. So at this point in time, we'll be expecting the market to give us a drop, 3-wave corrective structure before continuing pushing high. Okay, so how it drops will tell us the whole story of how the next move will play out. Pound Audi. Now the same thing applies here. This one we saw it here that the market, once you complete this structure, is going to push high, and that is what we are seeing, obviously. So at this point in time, you don't need to jump into the trade. Just wait for the market to give you this 3-wave, and then you'll be able to take the next, because this is a part of the correction. This move is a part of the correction, guys. So we're expecting this drop before the markets keep pushing high. So wait for this kind of move because we have seen an impulse, correction, impulse, correction, impulse. Right? So this is what we're expecting. Okay, so if you check the euro yen also, we're expecting it to drop. It's similar to pound yen, and we have this sharp move down, sharp move up, 3-wave corrective structure in between. So at the end, we're expecting this one to drop one more before let's take a look on New Zealand USD. Now this actually the one we caught beautifully on Friday. Okay, so even though I didn't publish it as idea, but we caught this beautifully, and the idea behind it, I think this might help you to begin to see the power of this wave analysis. So we saw this coming impulse down, and we saw this impulse up and sharp down again. So in between here we have a kind of running flat. So, and we know that once this happens, the market is going to drop, and this is completion of this wave. Impulse down, corrective structure, impulse down. So as I told you, anytime we see an impulse, wait for the correction to trade the next impulse. So we caught this beautifully on Friday because the wave tells us to do so. Okay, so and that is what I want you guys to learn, so that stop guessing, because being a market maker requires you to understand the power of wave analysis, so you can forecast ahead of time and know exactly where the market is going and how you can position yourself to Euro Swiss. Okay, so also this one we're expecting it to drop. So I believe based on the time you are seeing this video, this might be a potential kind of sell setup for you, and because we're expecting this market to drop, guys, at least to this point, because we have seen an impulse, a correction, and we're expecting the next impulse to come. So how low can this thing go? I don't know, but you know, at least if you take a fib on this, let's take it to this. So like this point, okay, like 0.27 fib level. So this is where we're expecting the market to drop to. Like that is a Euro Swiss. So I think this is a very, very high probability setup. So if you are seeing it early, and I will make sure we publish this video as soon as possible, then you can take this trade and be able to ride this to this move, guys, because it shows, and your stop loss should be here, like 1:2 or 1:3. So, and it's a very good one. So we're expecting it to play out. All right, so let's take a look on the dollar yen. Now this dollar yen also, we got it beautifully on Friday. Okay, we got it briefly on Friday, and we saw this, you know, and that was so easy to identify. You know, we saw this, and also today also we have seen this to drop. This might also drop like this, okay, because most of the yen pairs are dropping, so expect this to drop. Okay, so this is beautiful. Now on the USD Swiss, now I think this is one we've actually posted. We just forecasted this. Now if I should play it for you, I just posted this idea and I'm expecting it to drop. You can see it's still fresh. It's still fresh, so you can hop in on this trade because we believe that the trade has a potential to drop. So if I should play it for you, when this is when we posted it, and actually it's playing, and this is where it is now. So what are we expecting? We're expecting to drop to break this low, and this is how many pip here is over 56 pip more, guys. Okay, so this is a very, very high probability setup. So if you are interested and you have some capital to risk, you can hop in and see how far it takes you, and always be ensure that you are using the proper risk management, like risking like 1% of your capital per trade. All right, so this is where we are drawing the curtain for today. Now, if you like this kind of analysis, if you like this kind of content, guys, please kindly support us, help us to grow on this channel, because we believe in the power of wave analysis. You know, I've traded almost all other strategies out there, but this kind of strategy or this kind of analysis gives me an edge. It helps me to understand the market, and it helps me to see where the market is going. And with that, I have a confidence in taking action. And once I execute my action, I just wait for the market to do what it gotta do. And believe you me, you'll be more right than wrong. Please subscribe to this channel, like this video, share with your friend, and see you on the next video. Thank you.